So today I want to discuss pregnancy discrimination. And in today's discussion, we're going to talk about certain legislation that has been passed both federally and through the state of New York that increases the rights of women who are pregnant, have given birth, need time away from job to care for their children, as well as the rights that they have in their employment and uh, remedies they have against employers that essentially disregard their rights. Uh, as many of you know, the biggest uh, federal legislation involving all general types of protected class discrimination is Title VII, the Civil Rights Act of 1964. And one of the provisions there, as you may or may not know, involves sex discrimination, which makes it illegal to discriminate against somebody based upon sex. One of the issues that arose in terms of pregnancy discrimination is in Title VII cover pregnancy. Answer is yes, but certain court decisions were a little murky. So Congress in 1978 passed a pregnancy bill, a pregnancy discrimination bill, which expanded upon Title VII, explicitly stating that pregnancy discrimination is illegal and could be enforced again through Title VII of the Civil Rights Act. Uh, Again, we've discussed this in other videos, but this would essentially prevent discrimination against women who gave birth, women who are pregnant, involving the care of children after they give birth, retaliating against complaints that are made based upon pregnancy issues, as well as termination or failing to allow women to, in essence, attain their position or keep their positions after they give birth and come back to the workforce. Those are your two big federal acts. Uh, there's been a lot of, in terms of state and federally, there's been a lot of legislation in terms of protecting the rights of women who gave birth. So New York State, about 6 years ago, 7 years ago, passed what was called the Mandatory Sick Leave Act. So all employers, regardless of size, have to give employees between 40 to 52 hours a year of paid sick leave. That was very new for New York. Uh, and many employers actually pay an extra premium on some of their insurance policies to cover this new directive from the government. And one of the uses for this 40 hours or 52 hours, depending on the size of the employer, is to care for your child, care for your children, their well-being, and that is one of the laws. Recently, a new law was passed which took effect in 2024, which explicitly gives 20 hours in New York, 20 hours a year of time off to attend to pregnancy issues, that is, doctor's appointments necessary for prenatal care, and other issues regarding pregnancy and pregnancy type issues. So you're given an additional 20 hours under New York law. Effective January 1st of 2025, there was additional protections, and this essentially deals with the pumping or lactating of breast milk. And what the new law requires is that an employer must give the mother, I think it's up to 3 years from when they give birth, in terms of breastfeeding and lactating, 30-minute breaks when necessary to engage in that exercise. Again, the state of New York has really placed a premium on the rights and on, the ability of women, families to care for their children. Another interesting piece of legislation that passed in early 2022 is called the Pump Act. It's very rare when you look at legislation in terms of in the civil rights arena, and a lot of it's due to, what you can call the dysfunction of what would the dysfunction of of Congress. They don't really pass laws in this field that often. But one of the things that was passed was the Pump Act. So from a federal standpoint, an employer has to give reasonable accommodations to a lactating mother. And the failure to do that would bring forth rather, a right cause of action in federal court under the pregnancy discrimination laws. So what you will see upon really a review of pregnancy discrimination literature and of the legislation passed is that, especially in the last 5, 6 years, and really recently, there's really been a watershed movement to really protect the rights of pregnant women, protect the rights of lactating women. And again, this is the public policy of fostering coherent and healthy families. Thank you.